2025 budget is yet to be taken to the assembly. Could it be one of the things we are considering to be sure that we can finance 47.98 budget, as it's been mentioned in the MTEP? If this be the case, can our legislature consider areas of concerns instead of us thinking we can throw it away? Why have I said this? 2025, it's a critical year for us. If we don't manage it well, we might for the first time have a slump in a pre-election year, which is 2026. And if you have a slump in 2026, a pre-election year, forget the next 4 years. Already we have had crisis in the last 3 to 4 years due to economic quagmire and policies. My point is this: the reservations I have about the bill, I've mentioned them. I don't think, Mr. Oyedele mentioned a very good point by saying it will now be applicable, that's input output. But I'm saying, which system is going to run it? What penalty will be put in place when this is not done? Who will be there? What capacity do we have to ensure that? Because if you do input output, then the new percentage will not be a problem. But for most of the time, when people consume and they want to claim, it becomes a challenge. FRS is doing a great job. The ones I've interacted with in Abuja, and perhaps the ones I've interacted with in Lagos. But what happened in other states? The reports and data we picked are not saying exactly the same thing. Maybe because we have the chairman here, who of course ensures that things are done correctly. That is why I am of the opinion that implementing this bill, especially for 2025, I would want status quo to remain, which is 7.5. If we are able to implement input-output under 7.5, then 10% makes sense. Then 12.5% makes sense. Then 15% makes sense. So people see that they have gained from the benefit of technology and what has been implemented. My other point will be to our leaders. We are looking at a possible review in VAT. We are looking at a section of our people that we earn perhaps above, if you like, 100,000 or 150,000 a month. Because when we say 3 million, people don't know whether that 3 million is monthly or annual. So it's better we say it the way it is. If you earn about 150,000, 120,000, you may be paying part of the money, maybe 15%, or maybe 100,000, part of the money. Frivolous life. We have to slow down them. Because people will now part away more. And one good thing this bill has done, it has given breaks to people who are earning less. At least, to my mind, about 70,000 or 60-something thousand have received breaks. But how about those who are earning 100, 150? They might have to pay more. Now, the calculation before will be under the current regime. Minimum wage, if you earn above that, you may likely pay about 7%. But if you earn above that in this new regime, you'll be paying on the addition about 15%. I think we might need to review some of these rates so that we can balance it. I want to anchor on this. I try not to get into debate that wants to separate us, the North versus the South, the Christian versus Muslim, the learned versus unlearned. I don't want to get into those debates. And how do we finish it? I'm happy the chairman of the committee is a data person. Sir, I would want you to do something. Maybe not tonight. Take specimen of states. You have demonstrated part of it. But in actual number, this is the total VAT picked by Kano State this year. Under this new proposed regime, this is what it would have been in actual number. This is the VAT Oyo picked this year. Under this new arrangement, this is what it would have been, provided other things remain equal. Now, with this data, people can see for themselves that, practically speaking, so the fear that people have would have been danced, and the entire Nigeria will now know that, okay, maybe our leaders are misleading us. Because there is a certain increase in what is being heard. But perhaps when people don't see numbers, They assume that this is what they are saying. It become Dogo Turunchi. That's my submission. Thank you and God bless Nigeria.